Good morning, guys. Thursday. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Foundation 1440. Tips, tricks, and hacks. Financials, right? Whoop, whoop. Sometimes, guys, it could be hard to get excited about financials. But, geez, I got to tell you guys, just even an awareness of your financials, Lord forbid I say the B word, right? Budget. And it's so funny, right? We had the other day here in the house, we're dealing with, we have, I don't know, I guess the Griswolds come to mind, right? We have a 1998 Jamboree RV, right? The Jambo. This thing is famous, right? Locally famous. And the banjos strike up right when the Hartleys set out on this thing. And guys, it is paid for, right? $7,500. And we have traveled the western United States in that bad boy. And in fact, it has strained at us even, right? And we fixed it. And I've never been one to love a vehicle that strains me. But there's just something about paid for that I love. We pull into these motocross races, right? We have far more money into dirt bikes than we do into our RV, guys. And we pull into these races and we come in, banjos playing, right? And we pull in and we're just dwarfed by these beautiful, and listen, don't make no mistake. I have RV, right, and moto trailer, toy hauler envy, right? I mean, it's cool. Some of these people show up and it's way nicer than their house. And here's the deal. Paid for. And so the Jambo suffered a major setback, right? It's going to be another couple thousand. This will be the second time we've spent a couple grand on the Jambo. And it had suffered a setback, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm just crying about it, and I'm dreaming about rigs, and I'm talking to the wife, and the kids are milling around, right? And I do all the math. How much it costs, how much has it cost us, how far have we gone, like how long have we had it, right? And I'm doing I'm messing with it, right? And at the end of the day, I circled all the way around to, you guessed it, paid for. And we have the $2,000, right, to fix it. And it will still be paid for. And so when we did the math, there's no question, guys, over the few years we've had the Jambo, we're paying a few $100 a month for that bad boy. On the other end of that, paid for. And so here's where it gets good, right? And this is something parents, this is a financials. Tips, tricks, and hacks to a bigger life, right? One of the things we're doing is raising those little people. And our son, after all this conversation, back and forth, we come back to Jambo's paid for, and he comes over and he's like, no loan, no loan, no loan, no, right? Here's my little 9-year-old boy, about to be 10, double digits, and a very expensive little boy. He probably actually was calculating that it would mean not a new dirt bike for him or something. Lord knows that boy's he's not a dummy. We don't get a lot of credit for being the sharpest tools in the shed over at motocross and BMX riding, right? We go around and do the most dangerous stuff. Not the smartest, the sharpest tools in the shed, right? But that kid's no dummy. No loan, right? And so, guys, it just gets back to being a Ramsey guy. And I battle it out with Ramsey. Ramsey would have you eat ramen and what at school, like, clench your way, right? And there's something to be said. I think there's a mindset that Dave Ramsey, like, if you become a Ramsey person, you've probably been in debt, and it's been eating your soul, and you're freaking over it, and you've done the 7 baby steps, right? If you don't know what these are, and debt's eating your soul, just freaking call me, dude. I won't charge you a cent. It's so easy. We're going to have to buckle down, but 18 months from now, no debt. Never to return. No debt, right? So tips, tricks, and hacks for Thursday, man. And the market for us salespeople, likely tightening at very least. It's not this sort of order taker situation anymore, right? So let's just all be a little bit smarter. And if you got kids, the lesson is, Gage hears me spew this stuff enough that he shows up at the end of that whole conversation and he's fine with the jamboree. No debt, right? Paid for. So whenever you can, guys, opt for paid for, and we can argue it out. You know, Dave Ramsey would tell you debt makes you a slave to your lender, and he don't like it, right? And he's hit rock bottom, and we're at Foundation 1440. No better place to build a solid foundation than rock bottom, and let's not even go there, right? So anyway, parents, the other lesson I want to say, right, about budgeting is, if you sit down and you have, like, money's this big taboo, right? And I think, yeah, it's poor taste to ask somebody at a crowded party how much they make or how much this costs or that, right? Maybe not in the best taste, right? But in your family, where else are they? They're either going to learn it from the TV and the credit card companies and all of the offers and see what they see on social media, or they're going to learn it from you guys at the table battling it out over whether you should or shouldn't, right? Paid for. No debt, right? And let's pray that gets cemented into this kid's head, because for the love of all things holy, I did it so poorly. You know, as amazing as my family is, I had it always cemented in my head that somebody would be there to bail you out. And those days have come to an end, right? So there's one person that I get to look at in the mirror to try to make some good decisions here. So hopefully this helps you make a good decision too. Guys, too long. B word. Get after it. Appreciate you. Tune in tomorrow for who knows what.